Hey everybody, it's Angelique, also known as The Light. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to my live. Let me see if this is dark. Yeah, that's kind of dark, but it's not too bad. I'm gonna see who is up. Basically, I'm gonna see who's up and who wants to like chat. Let me see. Oh wow. Y'all must not be doing nothing on a Sunday, huh? How are y'all? How y'all doing? Okay. I like it when it's like not too bright on me. All that light be getting on my nerves. Is that lighting too bad? I dropped my phone today, guys, and my phone freaking cracked. You know how pissed I am? Hi, Lottie. Hey, handsome rude boy. Hey, real wisdom. Hey, D. How y'all doing? How's your Sunday going? Okay. All right. Y'all can hear me good though, right? All right. If I look a little busted to y'all, it's because I went to work today and I didn't take off what I had on from work. Today was a weird day. You ever just wake up and like everything just start like, I don't know, like everything just, you like your mood is down, like nothing seems to go right. Like it was just one of those days, basically. I just should have called out of work and just stayed in my bed, pretty much. I feel like that's what I should have did, but I'm whatever. I got my hours, because I went into work, but I really kind of feel like I should have just stayed my ass home. It was just one of those weird days. But the energy feels good. Happy February. I hope everybody has a good February because January was crazy. I don't know about y'all, but January was like a whole month full of like lessons. I was like, this is too many lessons. What the hell is going on? This is just too much. I could not handle all those lessons. It was just like bad, good, bad, good. Did that happen to y'all too? Yeah, January was crazy. But I just said, let me come on here and talk to y'all. I'm off tomorrow. So I was just like, oh, I have, some time. I did go to happy hour after work, and it was just so strange. I just stopped at one drink. I don't know. Something wrong with me when I don't even want more margarita, But I do got my red wine, though, okay? So I might be a little tipsy on this live. Make sure you go watch the videos that I have up. That I have up right now on pretty much all different type of topics. But did anybody see what happened with Keith Lee? A lot of you, I don't know if you're on TikTok, but I found it very interesting. Oh, yes. I had a passion fruit margarita. I usually have 2 drinks at this happy hour place or 3 drinks, but I just stopped. I don't know why. I was just like, I'm going home. I did not feel like getting drunk really tonight. I don't know what that's about. Maybe because I had a drink last night. I went out last night as well. Maybe that's probably why, because I had like a big ass margarita last night. So maybe my body was like, we don't need to get messed up tonight. My hands are so dry. That's why I'm putting some coconut oil on. But anyway, going back to Keith Lee. Keith Lee, for y'all who don't know, he's a food critic. He started out on TikTok. He's still on TikTok. And now he's a millionaire off of it, okay? And he's like a good Samaritan in a sense because of his celebrity, when he goes to these struggling businesses, you see like those orbs? That's crazy. When he goes to these struggling businesses and he reviews their food, and if he says it's good, it literally changes their life. So there was this woman, he goes to her food truck. He loves her food. He hypes her food up and everything, okay? And then He gives her $4,000. He says the $2,000 is for you, but give $1,000 to the hair braider that's outside of your food truck braiding hair, and the barber that's cutting hair outside your food truck. And what's crazy is the braider and the barber is her son's friends who came to help her. They actually came to help her. So basically they was like out there, in the hood, they'll have braiders, little barbershop, outside people's restaurants and stuff like that, trying to, get traction to that restaurant pretty much. Child, this woman done kept the whole $4,000. Okay. And when I saw this story, I was like, oh my gosh. And this is going to happen with a lot of people. Just make sure whatever you pray for, you are ready for. Okay. And you ever like compare or look at people, you be like, how come I don't have this, or they got that, or they're really good and talented, but they're not blowing up, or they're not this, or they're not that. Even with myself, how come I don't have 100K on my YouTube? Maybe I can't handle 100K. Maybe I can't. You know what I'm saying? So when I saw this, I said, oh my gosh, now this woman has ruined her reputation. And the crazy thing is, she actually had amazing food. She had amazing product. I even saw Keith Lee give one of her pies to a guy named Dre on TikTok. He reviewed it. This man has a million followers on TikTok. So she ruined her reputation. She was being greedy and kept $4,000 when she was about to make 6 figures or more. This story blew my mind. So make sure, guys, you praying for money, you praying for a baby, you praying for a man, you praying for a woman, you praying to move. Please make sure you are ready for that blessing before it comes to you. That lady ain't ready. She had a poverty mindset. She a thief. She a liar. Then gets online and starts lying, saying, well, he told me to, I can keep the money if I want to. No, he didn't. He told you specifically, God used Keith Lee to bless this woman and she fucked it up. God instructed Keith Lee to tell her, you're going to bless this lady? What if that girl that was helping her, who was outside of her business braiding hair, she blocked other people? Don't you know your ignorance, your greed can block other people's blessings? I was blown away by this story. Y'all heard about this? Shit was crazy. So you literally gave up your dream. Now she going on Google trying to change her business name, and people catching up to it going, oh, this is what she changed her business name to. Don't support her. This woman was about to get 6 figures. She literally was already struggling before Keith Lee got to her business. Guys, it don't pay to be greedy. Sometimes people fumble the bag. Sometimes people fumble the blessing, and I've even had people say to me, well, I don't know why, you got this or you got that and I don't got it, and that happens a lot to chosen ones. Like I remember years ago, when my grandmother passed away and, I inherited the house and stuff like that, I didn't really have any friends who were happy for me. When you're Black and you own property, that's major. That doesn't happen a lot because of the history that has occurred with Black people in America, right? So I thought I was going to get housewarming gifts and friends were going to be happy for me. No, I had a friend who said to me, I don't understand how come my grandmother won't give me a house. Bitch, what? Stop comparing your blessings. Later on, her mother told me her business, and her mom pulled me to the side and said, oh, the reason why my mom's not going to give her the house is because she's greedy, she's evil, and my mother feels like she'll probably put me in the basement when I'm old. I'm her daughter. So she'd rather just distribute the money, let the house be sold, and all the grandkids and me would just get money. She doesn't want to pass the house down to her because she feels she won't be responsible. And I was like, whoa. I don't know why her mother chose to tell me her business. Hey, how you doing? I don't know why she told me to, chose to tell me that, but I'm glad that she did tell me her business, because I was just like, damn. So a lot of times you don't get the blessing because you're not ready for it. You don't get the blessing because you don't deserve it. You're just not ready. So make sure you just prepare. I just wanted to share that story. Just make sure you prepare yourself for what you're asking for, and I be thinking that, I even know this guy who's an artist and he's so amazing, but I'm like, how come I see other people, their art look like chicken scratch, but this guy's art looks amazing to me, but he's just not blowing up. He's not making it like that. And now, like, the more I get to know him, it's because he's not charming. He doesn't know how to talk to people. He's inconsistent. He's a ghoster. So sometimes your character, your personality will stop you from increasing. And then there's sometimes you ask for something, but God wants to protect you. I feel for many years on my YouTube channel, because I had a lot of narcissists in my life, or I was trying to escape for them. It was a reason why God hid my YouTube channel. Maybe they would have attacked me. Maybe I would have got sued. So sometimes, you may not get the millions, or you may not get the popularity or the fame. And sometimes it's a blessing, and it's a spiritual protection and why you didn't get that. It's got to be right timing too. Okay, guys? If the lady was in prayer with God, he would have gave her direct. Come on now. Preach. Exactly. That's how you know. I'm going to be real with you. I watched that lady's videos, and her son, she got a narcissistic spirit on her. That's not a nice lady. It's not a nice lady at all. And she passed that Jezebel narc spirit onto her son. And her son is, flamboyant with it. He's almost like a woman almost. He's just like his mother. I was just so disgusted when I watched their videos. Narcissists can't see that they're wrong. She said, I'm not wrong, and was crying all in the camera. Why are you crying? Because you got caught. See, that lady didn't think that the girl that she was supposed to give $1,000 to, she didn't think she was really going to get online and expose her. And I'm so glad Keith Lee responded and said, I never said that. Like, I gave you directions of what to do and you didn't do it. So I'm pretty sure Keith Lee probably reached out to the Barbara and the girl that was braiding the hair and tried to give them $1,000, but he probably told them, look, don't get online and don't say nothing. I feel he probably tried to make it correct. It's okay. Take that $4,000, because baby, you gonna need to pay your mortgage, your bills, your car note, everything. Because lady, you about to be broke. You probably won't sell another damn pie in your own town, because people are going to know that you ain't shit, basically. And you're gonna see more and more people being exposed this year, guys. You really are. Is this a only woman space? No. Why would you ask that? There's men in the chat. Interesting question. Lottie said, yes, family spirits do want to protect it. We can't understand why. Yep. J Cash says, be careful what you wish for, because you might get it. Yep. She really ruined it. Do you still go to poetry places, and do you still write? I mostly go to poetry events during like the summertime, because they're more like prevalent, I feel like, in New York during the summertime, pretty much. I haven't written probably since like last year sometime. I don't perform my poetry or anything like that. I'm not really into writing poetry anymore. I'm like working on writing a book, like a memoir, pretty much, yeah. But I can't really talk about it too much. I just go and drop the book when it's time to drop the book. I don't like to talk about my plans. I'd rather just execute it and then, hey guys, a book is coming out pretty much. But there are still poetry events, but I like to usually go during the summertime because they're really often. Oh wow, thank you so much for the $20. You said my boyfriend always tries to compete with me when I get blessed. That don't need to be your boyfriend no more. That doesn't need to be your boyfriend anymore. Oh no. You know, if you have a man that's competing with you, see, as a woman, this is something that I'm used to. Um, when a man is competing with a woman, it's a whole different ball game. Okay, it's so different. The energy is different when a man is competing with a woman. And I think it could be very dangerous. Men always compete with each other. They compete in sports, clothing, women. And it's like most of the time, nobody ends up dead. No one ends up fighting. You know what I'm saying? It's just natural. But when a man starts to compete with you, it could get violent. You're going to be very careful dealing with jealous men. That means that he feels that he's inadequate within himself, and to be a man and you feel like you got to compete with a woman is you're at your lowest point in life. He's insecure. He's not where he wants to be in life. And the last thing he needs to be in is a relationship. If a man is jealous of his woman, he does not need to be with that woman because he can harm her. He's always going to try to block you. And it increases. I want you to know that it gets worse and worse. He will try to isolate you. He would try to sabotage you. I have gone through this multiple times with different men. I've had a boyfriend say to my face, "I'm jealous of you." And I'm like, "Why?" And at the time I had 2 jobs and I said, "Well, get your lazy ass up and go get a job." Like, why are you jealous of me? Because I got 2 jobs. And it's all has a lot to do with also with how men are raised, especially I don't know where you're at, but in America, a lot of men are raised to believe that women are a lesser human being. So it's like, how could this woman human, how could this female have education, more education than me? How could she have a better job than me? How could she have more money than me? She's a woman. She's beneath me. This is how a lot of men are raised. So it's something different. It's a whole different jealousy when it's a man and a woman than it's when it's 2 men. It's completely different. And I would not suggest that you stay in that relationship. Maybe let him build himself up. You don't build him up, and then maybe if he's better, y'all can revisit that relationship. Don't get married to him. It's gonna get worse. I'm telling you. It's horrible. It's really bad. Be careful with that. Chosen ones give a lot of celebrity energy. Yep, that's so true. You provoke their demons. Yep, you sure do. Oh, the Grammys are tonight? Keeping an eye out for symbolism messages. Oh, okay, you watch it for us. Because I'm not going to watch the Grammys. I just like to look at the clothing. As you grow spiritually, you stop watching that crap. It's just like, because it's just a whole bunch of ritual shit, like, that they're just doing rituals. But you watch it for us and, chime in and let us know what the hell's going on. I just like to look at the clothing, but I got so sick of it. It was better, I guess, when I was naive, when I couldn't see. I feel like I look so oily. I feel like it was better when I didn't know. It's like when you know and you can see spirits and you see, rituals and stuff. It was better when I was ignorant. You know what I'm trying to say? Like, it's annoying now to watch those type of things. But I don't enjoy those type of shows anymore. Back in the day, like what was it? Source Awards, BET Awards, and all that stuff was so much fun, you know? Grammys, Emmys, you know, that stuff is annoying. There's a whole bunch of damn demonic people getting together. But I'm not gonna front. I like celebrity clothing. You know, my favorite artist is Lucky Day. You know, he's an R&B singer. So I hope he wins a Grammy. You know, I like him. I'm into like R&B and neo soul. I don't listen to like today's hip hop or something like that. But yeah, what was y'all saying, Alicia? Hey, girl, totally agree. And it doesn't get better; it only gets worse over time. Let her shine, and congratulate her when she succeeds. Exactly. You really run from a jealous man. There, you know, run if a man is jealous, if a man is broke. Like, just let him build. Men and women are different. See, it's different when a woman tries to build up a man. A lot of times he's only with you because you're all he can afford. I know this sounds bad. Ooh, this sounds terrible, but that's really how it is. Like, most of the time, if you're with a man and he's struggling, you're not really his dream girl. You know, sometimes you're just not his dream girl. And he's with you because you're the woman he can afford. And then when he levels up, you know, education wise, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, all of that, then he's going to go after his dream girl. And a lot of times that's why you see, you know, men when they, you know, level up, they leave you. You know, I'm not saying in all cases. There's some cases that, you know, it worked out for people. And people always use like Denzel Washington and his wife, right? But the difference was that Denzel finished school and he was pursuing acting. A lot of people are in relationships with people who aren't pursuing shit. You feel what I'm trying to say? Like, they're not pursuing anything, pretty much. Okay, what y'all saying? Yes, used to be. The music isn't the same anymore. No, the music. I know I'm jumping all over the place, but the music today is so low vibrational. And I was having that conversation with my homegirl, and you know, she wanted to talk about like Nicki Minaj and Megan the Stallion. I'm like, girl, I don't listen to either of that stuff. Like, that's too low vibrational for me. I'm not, you know, I don't know if it bothers people when I say that. I'm not trying to like put you down. I just don't fuck with it. I don't listen to it. You know, I don't get nothing from it. You know, like when I say I'm not like a Beyonce fan or something, like, oh my God, you don't listen to Beyonce? No, her music doesn't do anything for my soul. You know, I still listen to like Sade, you know, like Donny Hathaway. I'm still listening to people who's dead. You feel me? It doesn't nourish my soul. You know, the only time I like to hear like that kind of music is like I'm out like smoking hookah and drinking some liquor or something, because that's a low vibrational thing to do. You know, like sometimes you just want to chill, but I don't listen to that music. It does nothing for me. No, it doesn't hype me up to work out or, you know, hype me up to like manifest. It doesn't do anything for me, pretty much. He gave up $1 million deal because he didn't sell his soul. Yeah, I really hope Keith Lee does not sell his doesn't it break your heart when you see like your favorite celebrity and you're like, damn, they got him? Like, I really, really hope Keith Lee never sells his soul. And see, this is the thing also, guys, you know, especially as chosen ones, we don't sell our soul. You know what I'm saying? Like, God could put millions and billions in front of chosen ones, and we're like, nah, I'm good. There's so many things that we've turned down. This is how they be knowing. This is how your family and friends be knowing you're different. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And they're really shocked, and they don't like you because of this. They don't like you because of this. Like when my grandmother was in the hospital, the golden child, my cousin was stealing thousands of dollars from my grandmother's account while she's in the hospital fucking dying and I'm taking care of her. She thought that I was going in the accounts and taking money when I wasn't. Even though I had access to some accounts, she was going and taking guys, she took thousands of dollars and bought a fucking house. A house. Yeah, a house. While I was freaking struggling, missing clients, and going back and forth to the hospital and nursing home, and my grandmother getting surgery and stuff. You know, this is like chosen ones do. Like, we suffer while these people around us are thieves and sell their soul for freaking money, you know? And then they want to sit back and wonder why it all, you know, all their karma comes hitting them. They start aging, you know, they get health problems, all their karma hits them. Things happen to their family, things happen to their children. It catches up. They're not thinking that though when they're selling their soul. They're not thinking that when they're stealing money. So they know there's a difference. You get what I'm saying? And they hate you for this. This is why they call you goody two-shoe. I heard this my whole life. Goody two-shoe, white girl. Oh, you think you better than me? You think you all that? I never said none of that. But you know I'm better than you. You know I'm all that. They know this. This is why they don't like you, because they know that you're not the one that will sell your soul. And this is why God chose you. I'm telling you. You know, now that I'm 40 and I look back, I look at all those thieves and all those people who did all those nasty things. They look like shit. They look like death. Okay? They're not happy. They're miserable. They might have more money than me, but they're miserable. Their health is declining. Okay? And they go on social media trying to find me. Every time I see these people popping up, block, block, block. Why you want to watch me? I thought you said that. I thought I was all that. You know, so this is how they know. They sniff you out from when you were a child. These people test you. They know what they're doing. They've been testing you. But because you're not conniving and you don't think like that, you don't think like that. So you don't peep game, chosen one. For years, I didn't peep it. I'm like, nah, I'm pure. They laugh at you. They'll ask me, you know, people used to ask me like hypothetical. So what if, you know, you were standing outside of the church and you found $1 million? Would you return the money or would you keep the money? This is stupid questions they would ask you when you were younger to test you to see, are you evil like them? All right. Oh, what if your best friend's man touched your butt? Would you go tell your best friend or would you keep it to yourself and just sleep with him? Like, they would ask you all kind of weird ass questions because they want to know who you are, chosen one. They trying to test to see, let me see how evil they are. And then when they realize, damn, they really are pure, then they're going to try to tempt you. They really want to see, can I knock the chosen one off their loyalty to God? Can I knock the chosen one's character? You know, so now I laugh. You know, back in the day, years ago, when I was young like y'all, I used to feel some kind of way about it. But now I just look them demons in the eye and I just be smiling. Okay? Now people run from me. All right? I'm always having people ghosting me, running from me, you know, not texting me back, not calling me, because it's like, I can't fuck with her. She see right through me. You're going to have a lot of people ghosting you, guys. I'm telling you. You're going to have a lot of people ghosting you. Y'all are going to see, because I've been getting ghosted a lot lately. And that's a good sign. Whenever you're being ghosted, that means your spirit is on lock. That means that you, like they said in the beginning, that they what you call it? They're disrupting their demons. That's what she said, right? Thoughts on Tyrese and his Latino Let me take a sip of that. So I didn't see the video, but I've seen it in um like, you know, online. They saying that Tyrese, the singer, said he's a black man, dark skinned black man at that, who wishes he was Latino. I don't think it's all bad. I understand because I grew up in a predominantly Hispanic neighborhood. And I was thinking about this the other day, and it makes me sad, you know, now that, especially now that Black History Month just hit. You know what I realized, guys? This is embarrassing. I am a Black girl with two Black parents, okay? Yes, my mom is half Cuban, but you know, growing up, if I said to my mom, "Are you Latina?" she would say, "No, I am Black. I'm a Black woman." I cook fried chicken, macaroni and cheese, collard greens, and yams. I'm a Black woman. I don't cook no rice and beans. That's what she used to tell me. To be like, okay. Even though her father was Cuban and he spoke Spanish, she would say, "Your grandfather's Black. I don't know what you're talking about." You know, she just didn't embrace her Latin side, you know, her Hispanic side. But anyway, I've never had a Black female friend, a Black female best friend, excuse me. I've had many Black female friends, but I've never had a Black female best friend. Never. I know that sounds crazy. You know, I had like friends who were close, but like really, like I called them my best friend, they called me their best friend. I never had a Black female best friend. I got more accepted by Hispanic people. When I was younger, I think I looked more Hispanic. Now that I'm older, I wear more Black hairstyles, more Afrocentric things. They thought I was Dominican growing up, to the point I got tired of saying I'm not Dominican, that I just said, yeah, I'm Dominican. I know that sounds crazy, right? But I can see why Tyrese wishes he was Hispanic. It's actually a compliment to Hispanic people, because they're very family oriented. Yes, they still have a lot of um, issues, as Black people do too. He's Black American. Tyrese is Black American. So Black Americans, you know, because of the history, we've been split, right? A lot of Black Americans don't know where they originally come from. I know where I come from. I'm one of the Black Americans that actually knows her culture, knows her history. My dad is Native. His family is from North Carolina. We have a whole land down in North Carolina. My grandmother was Native, you know, so I know what kind of Native American I am, indigenous I am, and I had ancestors here. Not all my ancestors were slaves. I actually have Native ancestors from America. So some of us actually know our history. We may not know what tribe we're from Africa, but we have culture, right? Tyrese may not have culture. He may not know where he's from. He may feel lost. And that's why I feel American Black people are very special, because to go through your entire life and not really truly know all the details of where your ancestors are from. But that's where spirituality comes in. When I started following spirituality, that's when my Native ancestors started calling me. I know it sounds creepy. That's when my Cuban ancestors, they'd be fighting over me. What? My Native and Cuban ancestors, they'd be pulling on me, you know? Um, so when you tap in spiritually, you literally will be able to talk to ancestors that you didn't even freaking know. Some are good, some are bad, you know. So I think it's a compliment that Tyrese, it is coming from a self-hatred, I think, with Tyrese, but it's also a compliment to Hispanic people. And I think it's very sad that he wishes that he was Hispanic when he could just start new culture, be an example. But I think Tyrese is narcissistic. I'm going to be real with you. You know, every relationship he gets in, he's kind of like abusive, you know what I'm saying? So I think Tyrese has issues. A lot of actors and artists in Hollywood are narcissistic, and I think that's what makes them great artists, you know, creatives. I know it sounds sick, but like mentally ill people are actually pretty good artists. So that's what I'll say about it. about that. Thanks for asking that. I kind of did wanted to talk about that. Lottie says yes, there is that simple love feeling, and it's not complicated, but others can have different plans. Music that moves my soul. Exactly. So sad emotionally. It's about the mission, not the position. Very true. Totally agree. You choose integrity. Yes. Um, you're called snobby, but you're 100% opposite. Handsome, rude boy. Exactly. And they filled with me every time. D. Washington. It's so lonely, though. It gets lonely. Hey, Victor. It does get lonely. Hey, Joe. You stupid. You so stupid, Joe. Oh my God. Tyrese lost his mind years ago. Yes, I agree. I think he's like narcissistic. J Cash. I don't live in survival mode trying to flim flam and scam people or come up off other folks. Blessings, even sabotage their life, taking everything from other people. You know what's crazy? I be looking at people like, you know, this is gonna catch up to you later. So like, why are you even doing this? People don't care. I know so many scammers. I just be smiling. They be like, yeah, I do this and that. I be like, I just be smiling because I'm like, I already know they're gonna tell me something months later, years later that they got caught up, they got locked up, they gotta go to court. They this it's like I just be smiling now. I don't judge. I be like, whatever, they gonna get it. Oh, Lottie says, bless your heart, your sweet mother's soul, respectfully. Thank you so much. They had community. Exactly, Trey. They do. Hispanics have more community. And my neighbor, I watched my neighborhood go from predominantly Black to Hispanic and now Asian. Like, I think there's only 2 Black families on my block, and I'm one of them. It's crazy. And I just watch how they move. And even Hispanic men are nicer to me than Black American men. They're just respectful. Like if I'm in the store, they're like, Mommy, you need me to pay for you? Like if I'm getting on a train, Mommy, you want me to pay for you? They'll get up out of the seat. It's raining. They give me their umbrella. They're just different. I feel like no shade to Black American men. Like some of them just they did not have a father figure or grandfather, someone to teach them how to be a man or to be family oriented. So we're thousands of years behind. It's so sad. Hi from London. Hey London, how you doing? Let's see what y'all saying. What are your thoughts with how the world is? Ooh, there's a lot. Love you here. Thank you so much. It's a wig, but thank you. Thank you so much. And I don't want to be an asshole, but I feel like majority of what's going on in the world is just prophecy. Like it has to happen. Like I feel like, for example, I feel like man has ruled the world for a long time, and I think that the matriarchy is going to rise. I think it's time for divine feminine to step in and to be leaders now. I think women, I could see that in maybe 5 to 10 years from now. I think women will be more in position, and I think it's time for order. That's what I think. I think that the earth is showing the results of us doing things reversed, and that is really like when they say antichrist, I feel antichrist is man. Like everything has to reverse back. So if that means killing us, and for it to go back to where it was, then that will happen. So a lot of contracts too, right? A lot of contracts when it came to slavery, when it came to land, they're up. Like those 4,000 years are up, right? I know you're probably like, what is she talking about? If you do the research, if you tap in, you'll know what I'm talking about. So a lot of these people years and years ago, right? It could be fallen gods, it could be Nephilim, it could be the reptilians, all these different creatures have these contracts with us. You know how you say, who does America owe that we gotta pay this to? They have contracts with these different worlds. There's so much out in the universe. You ain't never been to space. So now these contracts are up. All right. So that's what you're seeing. But because a lot of us aren't aware of this, it seems like, oh, it's just the end of the world. It's just that it's those contracts are up. It's time to get back in line. I don't know if y'all understand what I'm trying to say to you. So me, I'm relaxed. Yes, I get stressed because I'm like, oh my God, I buy groceries, guys. And I don't even eat that much, like I used to, because I had weight loss surgery 2 years ago, as y'all know. But I'd be like, how the fuck did I spend $200 on groceries and the food is like gone in 10 days? You know what I'm trying to say? It's like everything's going up. It's very hard to make it. If you're not making six figures and up, how are we really surviving? But I relax because I know that the creator I serve is going to take care of me. I've made it this far, so why wouldn't God take care of me? So it's just some weird witchy shit going on. You know what I'm trying to say, guys? It's just like, how are we really surviving? Like, most days I'm in a daze. Like, I just be like, that bill will get paid. That will happen. Like, I literally live off of manifestation and vibes right now. That's it. I have absolutely no idea how I'm surviving, guys. Seriously. I think that what is true wealth right now, if you don't have a relationship with God, you're fucked. You are messed up. If you don't have a relationship with self, if you can't tap in and be like, talk to God or whatever you believe in, your higher self, some people believe they are God, whatever you believe in, whether the God is outside of you, whether the God is within you, if you're not tapped in, you in big trouble. Because that is how you're able to talk and find out things. You're not going to be told certain things outside of you. It's going to come from within. Like in the Bible, people walking around the Bible talking to themselves, but it really is God talking to them. That's how it's working now. So that's a lot of that. It's a lot of manifestation, communication in order to survive. But I don't really, like, even with the whole thing with the war, I'm not going to say those countries' name because I'm on live and I don't want it to trigger my live. It's very sad to see people dying. There's genocide, but I know it's prophecy. I know I'm not afraid of death. I don't look at death as a bad thing. I look at death as a new beginning. I don't view death the same as other people. Oh my God, children are dying. Yes, they're dead, but they started a new life. They not here. They're not here. To me, earth is hell. This is hell. That's how I view it. Facts. I really value having a peace of mind now. I'm not attached. You know what I'm saying? I'm not ready to die right now because there's certain things that I want to do, but I'm not attached to this earth and I'm not like in fear of death. How can I be afraid of something that I know nothing of? I haven't crossed that other world yet. Exactly. What if you die and then you like wake up and you like, oh, this is beautiful. I could have died sooner. Why you didn't come get me sooner? You had me over there on earth. What if that happens, guys? What if that happens? So I'm not gonna know, or maybe you do know when you're dead. I don't know, you know what I'm saying? And for me, I feel like I put so much light into this world. I feel like my energy will stay. Energy, spirit never dies. It just transfers. Like think about people who's wrote books, wrote music, their energy is still here. You ever listen to like Whitney Houston or Prince? You feel like they here because they left so much energy here. So when I see people being conniving, I'm like, you wasting your energy. If I was to pass away or something like that, my videos are still here. It'll still stay up. My wisdom will still be here. And I start writing books, my books will still be here. My energy, I plan to leave my energy. If I don't have a child, I have to find other ways to create and leave my energy, to leave my mark on the planet. You said, this is nice. I like Tiffany Haddish meme, Awake in Heaven. Oh, I haven't seen it. Have I ever seen angels? I've experienced situations where I feel like they were angels. And it's weird because when they're angels, at the moment, their energy is different. It feels otherworldly. You're like kind of quiet, you're looking at them, you're like, this doesn't feel like a natural human being. So I think angels come in the form of how you can handle it. So whenever I seen angels, they were in human form, basically. And then I've seen angels where they're just light. You don't see no face or nothing. It's just a light. That's it. That was beautiful too. But yeah, I've seen angels before, and they've spoken to me and they've helped me, stuff like that. Definitely. Hold on, let me go back. Yeah, you can see angels. Well, let me not say that. You can see angels, and then I really think that angels they don't come to earth. I don't think a lot of them come to earth in their true form, because I heard that the real angels look pretty scary. Some of you wouldn't be able to. Some of y'all probably see angel and be like, and pass the hell out. Like, what the hell is that? Because think about it. I've seen demons before, and I've seen some demons that were so grotesque, I wanted to vomit when I saw them. I've seen demons that was 12 feet tall, and I was just like, oh, people full of crap. Remember a few weeks ago or a month ago, they said they saw these huge creatures in Miami Mall or something like that. And people, I don't know if that's really happened. It might have been just a red flag, false flag, or whatever they did. But a lot of people are going to see creatures in these last days. And you're going to pass the hell out. A lot of you cannot handle it. All right. I've seen some really grotesque things. And for me, I just be standing there like, just breathing, like, trying to like stay calm, because I don't want that demon to know you're freaking me out. You look disgusting. But the angels I seen, they were either a bright light or they came in human form. Nephilim. Oh God, I gotta get some okay, there we go. Whew. I don't got no time for this. I don't got no time for the BS on my live. You said plead the blood. Oh my God. I gotta do this. When you start talking about some true stuff, here come the mother effers want to mess with you on your own life. That shit is annoying. Oh yeah, but let me tell y'all an angel story. So many years ago, wait, first off, hold on. Y'all not getting away with this one. I take donations during my live. Hit up my Cash App, my Zelle, my PayPal. Financially bless a sister. Hold on a minute. Let me go back. I gotta put my information in the chat. But yeah, I'm gonna tell y'all a story. So many years ago, I grew up 7-day Adventist Christian, And I used to, like, they have like a it's kind of like a Girl Scout, Boy Scout thing, but it's really military style. So we learn how to like go camping, tie knots, tell what kind of trees and berries are in the woods. Like it's really intense, okay? Um and we had uniform, you had to go up in rank and stuff like that. It's called Pathfinders. You can Google it and look at it. Anyway, so we had to study, take classes, like it's serious in the 7-day Adventist community. So anyway, we had a parade, right? Because we have a band and everything like that, and we march. Yes, like you just march for Jesus, right? So that day I didn't want to be in uniform. I just wanted to go during the march, during the parade, but I had like a chunky heel on and my feet started to hurt. So I'm like, I had to take these shoes off. They must have been walking really fast because I took off my shoes, put them in my bag, and I didn't see where they turned. I can hear the music, but I'm like, what the hell? And it was like one of these weird roads where it was just like 1, 2, 3, 4. Like I live in Queens, New York, and it is such amazing. Like Queens, New York is like, it'll say 85th Road, then up the block is 85th Street, and then up the block would be 85th Drive. You can really get lost in Queens, New York. They make jokes about this on TikTok and stuff like that. Thank you so much, Lottie. And thank you for the 20, love. I appreciate it. They they really you really can get lost in Queens. But anyway, so I'm like, you know what? I'm not even going to finish the march. I'm going to walk back to the church. But this church wasn't my home church. We were marching at another church. So I'm like, oh, okay. I didn't realize how far we walked from the church. We must have walked really far. It must have been like a good 10 blocks. And I didn't realize we walked that far. Oh yes, I'm about to put my cash up right now, darling. Hold on 1 second. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna walk backwards. Guys, I was lost. I must have been like 15, 16 years old at this time. I wanted to cry, guys. I was like, I'm lost. And now I don't even hear the music anymore, so I can't even walk forward to them, right? The next thing you know, I'm just standing on the corner and I'm like, God, should I go this way? Should I go that way? Should I go this? I'm thinking maybe if I go up this way, I'll probably catch up to them. Maybe they turn back that way to go back to the church. And the next thing I know, I saw this heavy-set white woman. Okay, this is a black neighborhood. This is Jamaica, Queens, New York. Ain't too many white folks walking around in Jamaica, Queens, New York, right? You said, what? You're live? Very good. Please don't. What? Anyway, so, hold on a minute. Let me put my information. So, I see this white heavyset woman, and I said, Miss, can you please help me? Can you please help me? And she said, sure. What's wrong? I said, I'm lost. She said, okay, where are you going? And I said, I'm going to such and such church. I don't know what street it's on. She said, don't worry. I know where that church is at. And her aura was just different. And when you come across an angel, their energy feels different. You said, what? Oh my God. These some nasty people in my what you call it? Hold on a minute. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I had to get rid of some. I don't have any moderators, so I had to get rid of them nasty mother effers on my live. So the angel's aura, it's just very calming. It's different. It just kind of gives you chills. You just know instantly. And while I'm talking to her, I'm just like, what is that? Like, why she feels so different to me? And she said, listen, that church, she said, you're going to walk all the way down here, and then you're going to make a right when you get to such and such street. I don't remember the numbers. And I said, all right. I said, but please, can you walk with me? She said, no. She put her hand on my shoulder. She said, I cannot go with you. You can do it by yourself. And I said, all right. And I turned around. Guys, I just crossed the street. It was a short street because I'm in a residential area. I crossed the street and I turned back to say, thank you. When I turned around, the woman was gone. Gone. This woman was gone. There was no corner for her to turn. She would have had to walk all the way down the block and then turn to keep it moving. Okay. And I was like, thank you. And I said, what the hell? And I'm looking, I said, okay, maybe she went in the house over there. She was gone, guys. That was an angel. I'll never forget that. And guess what? I felt so stupid. By the time I got in front of the church, my friends was like, girl, where the hell was you at? It's time for us to eat lunch. We out here looking for you. Got us scared. And I never told them. I said, oh, yeah, I went the other way. I never told them I was lost. I really, really enjoyed that moment. Do y'all have any angel stories? Y'all ever seen angels? Hey, Tony, Chopper. Oh my goodness. Oh yeah, I'm gonna give my Zelle and my PayPal as well, just in case y'all don't have Cash App. I put my Cash App is $the light777 if you want to send me a donation, please. And I'm gonna put my Zelle and PayPal also in the chat. But I'll never forget that. Shout out to that angel. Thank you. That was so crazy. Another time I had basically got kicked out of my narcissistic grandmother's house temporarily. You know, the narcissists will do that. When they get mad at you, they'll kick you out, you know, because they think that you're not going to survive. But because I've always had good relationships, I've always was a good friend. I always had somewhere to stay. So I hit up my god sister and I asked her, can I stay at her house? But when I got to her house, her boyfriend was selling drugs outside of the house. Okay. It was terrible, guys. So she would go to work. And if I didn't have a hair client, I would be forced to be in the house with her drug dealing boyfriend. And the crazy thing was I know I've been through so much. Chosen ones be going through so much, right? I didn't want to stay in the house with him because he was bringing the customers in the front door. Yes, bringing crackheads, dope heads in her house. And I'm like, what if they want to like rob us, do something to us? I didn't want to be in the house on my days off while he's there. Then I didn't feel comfortable because he was a man too. What if he tries to sleep with me? What if he tries to beat me up? What if he tries to I didn't know what this man would do, right? So, he wasn't just selling weed. You feel what I'm saying? So one day I was like, God, like, why you got me going through this right now? This is crazy. So I left her house one day and it was summertime. And I decided that I was going to ride the train up and down. It's the E train that goes from Jamaica, Queens, all the way into Manhattan. It goes all the way to World Trade Center, all right, into Manhattan. And I rode this train all day from Jamaica Center to World Trade Center. But at one point, I got off 34th Street where the Macy's is at, and I walked up and down 34th Street for a little bit, got something to eat, and got back on the train because I'm waiting for her to get home because she would get off probably around 4 or 5 o'clock. She worked in Manhattan. She'll probably be home by 6, right? So I am on the train all day, guys. What? Girl, get your ass out of here. I'm not looking good. Your mama not looking good, okay? Your mama not looking good. Thank you. But anyway, so these trolls are ridiculous. They're crazy. So this man, I remember seeing him that morning, and he had a box of kittens. And I'm looking at this man. He was brown skinned. He was black. He had dreadlocks or locks, so to say. And he was holding a box of kittens. and there was little children on the train who were around him because he had this box of kittens. And I just looked at him, and I'm not gonna front, guys. This day I wanted to die, right? I wasn't the S word, but I just was like, God, I want to die. That's basically what I had said to God. I know these are just trolls and bots that come in here and messing with my life. What? But anyway, so I have to keep putting these trolls on timeout. I'm so sorry, guys. I'm trying to finish the story. But anyway, so I saw this guy. He makes eye contact with me. I make eye contact with him. He's playing with these kids and, these kittens in a box. And I'm just like, I wonder where that guy's going with this box of kittens. But there was something very angelic about him, right? And I didn't think about it no more for the rest of the day. When it was time for me to go back to Jamaica, Queens, when I get on the train to go back home, the same man was on the train in the same car. I don't think you know how long a New York City train is, right? The irony of me getting back on at the same time in the same car on the same train at a different time of the day, and he's sitting right across from me again. Okay? Creepy. So I'm literally on the train and I'm just like this because I'm like, I'm out of it. I'm really telling God, like, just kill me. I'm too punk to unalive myself, but God, just kill me. I want to die. True story. I'm like, I ain't got no way to live. My money's funny. My friends is trash. Man problems. God, I just want to die, right? So I'm literally on the train and I'm just like this. Like as if I was high or something, but I wasn't high on nothing. I was exhausted about life. And then I look up and he goes, hello. And I said, hello. And he said, well, my name is Michael. Now, God. Now, guys, this is crazy. Exactly, God. You know, there's an angel named Michael, right? That's what's crazy, right? So he goes, my name is Michael. And he said, I saw you this morning. And I said, oh, thank you. And he said, you have beautiful feet and beautiful hands. And I said, okay, thank you. So now I'm like, is this guy like a foot fetish guy? You know what I'm saying? And he just started talking to me and like encouraging me. Like it's almost like he knew there was something wrong with me. He was just like, oh, things are going to get better. Don't worry about it. Hang in there. And I tell you, by the time I reached Jamaica Center and the doors opened and I walked out onto the platform, it was like this heaviness just lifted off of me. It was just done. It was gone. And I was just like, wow. I look back again. I didn't see him anymore. I don't know if he was walking in front of me, walking behind me. I didn't see him anymore. But I know that was an angel. That was an angel to come pull me out of that. Because I'm telling you guys, I probably would have ended up on them damn train tracks that day. That's where I was. I wanted to die. And I just love situations like that. I've had and especially when my mom was passing away too, I had a lot of magical things happen as well when my mom was dying that I can't even explain. That was just supernatural, that I don't think I've ever talked to anybody about that. So yes, angels are real, guys. I just had to tell y'all that story. Angels are real. Did y'all have any chosen one questions? Words have a lot of power. Yes, they do. So I think when angels come to you, like I said, I think angels will come to you in the form of how you need them. How you're able to handle them. That's how it would happen pretty much. I'm just like, oh my God, that's just amazing to me how, I was able to receive that. I was glad that he was able to cheer me up again and he gave me energy pretty much. I needed to talk to him. It's almost like he was watching me all day. That is so crazy, right? That is so crazy. Oh my God. Thank you, Raquel. Raquel just sent me a big, big donation. Thank you so much, love. That's such a huge blessing. Thank you so much. Much love to you. Oh my goodness, that's a huge blessing. Thank you so, so much. I'm so thankful. So thankful. Oh yes, I wanted to talk about people pleasing, guys. So how many people out there are people pleasers? And if you're in people pleasing, you need to get out of it, okay? Thank you so much. That was huge. Recovery. Yeah, somebody said they want, I don't know if she's in the chat right now, but she said that she wanted me to talk about people pleasings. Oh, hey Renee, how you been? You said, in my opinion, I think Halle Bailey boyfriend. Yeah, yes, he is jealous of her. I think he got her pregnant to slow her down, but it's not going to slow her down though. Is jealous of her for some odd reason. He seems like a narcissist. Yeah, I think so. But it seems like I'm the only one who sees this. She's such an angel. Yes. Hey, Dario. Yes, I agree, Renee. I do think that she might be in a narcissistic relationship. And narcissists are just, they come in all different ways. But yeah, some men who are jealous of you will use pregnancy. He would even marry you to slow you down. He would get you pregnant to slow you down. Believe it or not, my ex wasn't a narcissist, but the last boyfriend I had in 2021, he tried to do that to me. He tried to slow me down. I wasn't doing anything. I was just trying to make money and accomplish certain things. That was it. And he got jealous and literally was like, "Oh, it's time for you to be a mother. I'm going to get you pregnant." So when the guy's like, "Oh, I'm going to get you pregnant," ladies, let me tell you something. It's a threat to your life. It's not cute. It is not cute just for a man who you're not even married to, or you don't got to be married, but he's not fully committed to you. And he's just like, "Oh, I'm going to get you pregnant." That's a threat on your life, girl. It's a threat. Better be careful. And then when you have the child, he will abandon you. So that way you don't have that support, and then you can't work on your goals. But I think Halle Bailey will always be successful. I think she has parents, she has siblings, and they can help her with her child, thankfully. I think if she was by herself, then she would be really effed up. Hey, India. Welcome to the chat. You're going to have to watch the playback. But, oh, yes, the people pleasing. I'm just going to talk briefly on that. And what people please, I think chosen ones do people please. They go through a people pleasing stage. Why? Because nobody like us. Chosen ones aren't liked. So I went through a huge, disgusting era of people pleasing. When I think about who I was when I was a people pleaser, I am disgusted. And I'm even disgusted when I meet other people pleasers. I don't find them attractive at all. Someone who doesn't have boundaries, somebody who says yes to everything, somebody who's always giving people their last. Ugh, get a fucking backbone. Like, ugh, I'm like, I can't believe that used to be me. And how I got out of that, I just started saying no. I stopped being the cleanup girl. And you also are a people pleaser because, a lot of us have narcissistic family. We're the cleanup guy. We're the scapegoat. Everything gets blamed on us. So we're already trained to be people pleasers. Oh, I did this, so I'm just going to put this on the chosen one. I fucked up, so I'm going to put this on the chosen one. Oh, the golden child is really not going to help me, but the black sheep will help me. and you're so used to always having to put other people's needs first, by the time you get grown and you go out into the real world, you're a sucker, or you're a magnet for other narcissists. You're a sucker for people using you. That's how it becomes so easy. So all you do is transition from your trashy family, or your parents don't have to be trashy if you're a chosen one, but they didn't give you a backbone. All right. There's some people who have the sweetest parents, but their parents never taught them boundaries. Their parents didn't teach them how to love themselves. And then they go out and they want to do everything. Like, don't worry about it. I'll pay for that. No. Whenever I meet someone, here's the red flags. If you meet someone and immediately they're like doing way too much, that's a people pleaser. There is no way you can fully 100% love yourself and be a people pleaser. Nope. I didn't start saying no until I started loving myself. Um I didn't start seeing, I didn't start saying no until I saw my value, my worth. That's when you stop people pleasing, right? And there's some, like I said before in the other video that I have on my channel, you people please because you know what it's like to be told no. So now, to me, I'm so disgusted by people pleasers, because people pleasers will let anybody use them, and they feel like they have to do the most to get people to like them. I have a male friend who's a people pleaser, and it's just like, I'm not attracted to you. Absolutely not. You're not good looking to me, inside or out. He's a sweetheart, but I wouldn't date him. Like, he went broke for months because his mother didn't have a retirement plan. I said, tell your mama to go in the shelter. And finally, his mom went into the shelter, and then through the state, through the government, she got her apartment. She's good now. And it was just like, you weren't eating for months. You couldn't pay your bills for months because you just couldn't tell your mother no. Sometimes you got to tell your own mother no. All right. You can't date a people pleaser. A people pleaser, man or woman, they will abandon their own woman or man and their children to go help their mama, go help their daddy. This is what's crazy. They don't even know how to say no. It could be y'all supposed to be doing something, right? Let me put you on. Y'all supposed to be doing something in a relationship, and all of a sudden a sister call, their brother call, or their best friend calls and be like, hey, think you can pick me up something? And they will break that date with you to go run and go help their freaking best friend or their brother, their sister, their mama and daddy. And it's like, grow some balls. Are you serious? So people pleasers, you're a sucker. You're a sucker. You're gay? Congratulations. Good for you. Oh my God. Free at last, MPD. How you doing? You said that's your accountability partner. I haven't been around others in eons. I finally hung out with a relative and I caught myself being hyper helpful. Yes, sit down. My daughter caught. Oh, your daughter is your accountability partner. Good. You got to stop. India says, our hearts are super big too. So I had to stop feeling sorry for everyone and everything, or feeling like I needed to step in. That's another thing. People pleasers will help people who don't need to be saved. And then you get their karma. I used to do that. I used to help people who weren't helping themselves. That's what people pleasers do. You would help somebody who not even helping a damn self. And then people lose respect for you. They think you a joke. They really think you a joke. People really thought I was a joke. I'm telling you, it's so crazy what happens with us, but that's how you start. I want you to start saying no and see what happens. It's going to clean up your whole friendship circle. You're going to start seeing, what you mean no? What you mean you're not coming? What you mean you can't do this and do that for me? Watch how they act. You could have said 1,000 yeses, but as soon as you say that one no, watch how they're going to act. Because it doesn't become a blessing to them anymore. You keep doing shit for them. It doesn't become a privilege anymore. It is like, oh, you're supposed to do this for me. No, I don't. All this time I was doing this out of the kindness of my heart. I was doing this because I love you. But it doesn't become that anymore. Now it's, you're my slave. All right. This is why the people pleaser and the narcissist are a match made in heaven. This is why the empath and the narcissist is a match made in heaven. The narcissist needs somebody who needs to please people, give compliments, and say yes to them all the time. People please is perfect for the narcissist. And a narcissist just needs someone to be there. A narcissist is going to stick around as long as you're giving them the supply that they need. I'm telling you. So, like, I woke up one day and all my friends were narcissists. All the men I dated were, 80% of them were narcissists. Because I was a people pleaser. As soon as I started saying no, okay, it can even be you start saying no to sex. Watch how they gonna act. What you mean? No, you always give me your body whenever I want it. Whenever I call you 3:00 in the morning, you open up that door. Start saying no. People think they even own your dang on crotches. Okay, I'm telling you, it's so crazy. Lady Nubia, I had an ex who was a people pleaser for everyone but me. Yeah, it's strange. You know what's crazy? You've People pleasers would treat the person that treats them like trash better. You know what's crazy? Because a people pleaser even respect the person who's telling them no. They don't like the nice people. You know what I'm saying? They don't like the nice people. It's crazy. I think, did I cover Nicki and Meg? I'm not a fan of Nicki or Meg. Like I said, their music to me is low vibrational. I think Meg is a witch in her own sense, and Nicki is a witch. And I think that they're just two different witches. It's two different alchemies going on. Nicki is an energy vampire. She harvests energy. So the barbs who are fighting for her, she's just collecting all that energy. So a lot of us who's into alchemy and we know about the dark side, we understand what's going on. So it's just really like jokes to me. It's just like, girl, you energy harvesting. I guess because springtime is coming. That's it. She goes after certain people, but Meg is not innocent. She's got y'all fooled. Meg got y'all fooled. She's a witch too. She's just a different type of witch, and it is what it is. I don't support their music. I mean, I don't really have nothing to say. Cute girls, that's it. I'm not impressed by them. There's nothing about them that I like. I don't really think about them, But that's all it is. It's energy harvesting. Some people be like, why do I need our energy for magic? When you go to a concert and you're listening to these people, they're literally taking your energy. They're taking your light. They're taking your soul. They're taking pieces of you, and you can manifest with that. So that's all it really is. It also could be just a distraction too, because there's just so many other things to talk about right now that's going on, and it could be a distraction. Every couple of months, that's what the industry does. You never know. Megan, Nicki could be back there. Hey girl, how you doing? They so stupid. We got their energy. Don't get too caught up in these celebrities. I'm telling you, don't do it. It's a waste of time. Don't do it. But if it is real and she's sending people to Meg's mother's grave, you don't play with the dead either, because you don't know what kind of ancestors people got. You don't ever play with the dead. You don't do that. But for her to say that, she's showing you only a witch will say that. All right? Not all witches are bad, but she's a dark witch. You gonna send people to her mother's grave? Listen, you gotta be careful because you could pop up dead messing with people's grave now. India says, that just happened to me. My relationship plans got cut off to help his family. Exactly. Yep. I believe it. He wants to help, but I can tell he's not happy. Oh, yes. People pleasers are depressed. There's no way. You're getting pulled here, pulled. You know, I had people fighting over me. I had friends fighting over me. They was fighting over this damn, I was a dummy. Okay. They was fighting over their dummy. I had friends are literally about to physically fight over me. Oh, well, Ange got to come to my birthday party. She's got to come to my Thanksgiving. She's coming with me. She can't hang out with you. She's going to be busy with me. I got something coming up. That wasn't about me. That was, you know, me being the helper, me always saying yes, me being their little slave. Okay. So people will fight over the people pleaser. It's a damn shame. Why you putting thank you, Ernest. Why you putting crosses up in here, Colton? You scared? You scared? Oh, let's see. Battle says you should value your needs first before everyone else's. Yup. This goes back to one of your videos when you talked about self-love. Exactly. A people pleaser, the plane about to go down, the mask come down, the people pleaser probably pass a mask to you first. They ain't even gonna put it on themselves. I actually just bumped into the people pleaser on my way into the house. And usually I stop and talk to him. I said, listen, I can't talk to you tonight. I had a bad night. I'm going in the house. I see you soon. His birthday is coming up anyway. His birthday's on Valentine's Day. I said, I'll see you for your birthday. Good night. But he would have stayed and talked to me, even if he was tired, even if he has somewhere to be. He's actually going to work. And I said, look, I got to go. Good night. You know, people pleasers can't do that. They will sit there and let you talk for hours. You know, they don't know how to interrupt and say, listen, I got to go. I'm tired. I got to go. You know, just practice it, guys. If you still in that people pleasing, just practice it. And I'm telling you, it feels so good. But, you know, for some of you, because you've been putting other people first, when you think about it, them people never put you first. The things that you're doing for those people, they will never fucking do for you. Never. When I look back, them people never did the things I did for them. And that's why at the end, you feel stupid, you feel depleted, you feel drained. You're like, wait a minute now, hold on. Why do I feel like this? And I end up crying. My birthday come up. Nobody take me out on my birthday. They don't show me love the way I need to be shown love. And you just keep going in a cycle. And then you be complaining and writing posts on social media. Nobody love me. Nobody support me. And it's just like you doing it to yourself. And all you had to do was say no and leave these users alone. Because they can't go to other people and get what they're getting from you. They go to you because you the dummy. They know you're going to say yes. They know you're going to come and clean up the mess. Paradigm Collector said, it's actually funny you mentioned that. I have a family member who's a people pleaser but takes her problem out on me. Yeah, they're going to vent out on you. People pleasers complain. Every time I hang out with my people pleaser friend, he's always got a story. Yeah, my sister, she owed me money. Oh, my godmother this, my mom this. Why'd you do it? Why'd you do it? Shut the hell up then. If you really truly gonna always have, no matter you giving your motherfucking last, don't come to me and complain about it. They complain about people and then turn right when they leave you and give money to people, do favors for people who would never do that for them. I be telling him, shut up. I don't want to hear that mess. Lady Nubia says, Yes, don't interfere with their karma. Yup. Women especially need to refrain from helping too much. Yeah, women are natural. We're naturally nurturers, and we want to save people, but don't save. You can't save everybody because you are interrupting their karma. All right, I'm telling you. Sometimes God is like, don't help them. What you're seeing is a reflection of what they've been putting out. They need to learn this lesson. That's going to be the only thing that's going to make them do better. Lottie says, it's sad how a kind heart won't be loved and respected. I wonder how to help people pleasers. I just told you how to help. People pleasers have to help themselves. There you go. That's the remedy. That's the cure. If you a people pleaser, help yourself. Help your damn self. That's what I started doing. That's when I used to hit people up like, oh, I used to go places broke. Woo, there you go. There you go. I'm gonna tell the truth. I used to go places broke. Click like on the chat for me, guys. Thank you. I used to go to places broke just to please people because I didn't want to say no to them. Why would you do that? Why would you do that? Why would you spend your last just to say I was there? They're not doing that for you. I would lose sleep just to people please. All right. I would put myself in uncomfortable situations. You know what these narcissists do? Let me tell you what they do. So I've had narcissists ask me to go places, or certain friends ask me to go places where there's going to be an enemy of mine sitting in that same room. And there was days where I went to these events with somebody who I don't know at any given moment would probably knock my head off, and we have to fight at this event. That's what people pleasers will do. A people pleaser will tell you yes, even knowing that their damn enemy will be sitting in that room. I used to do that all the time. I had this narc invite one of my ex-lovers to her birthday party. Why would you do that? And they were like, are you going to go? Are you going to stay at this party? Oh yeah, it's her birthday. I should have, as soon as I saw him at her party, I should have got up and walked the hell out that party. But no, I was a people pleaser back then. No, it's her birthday. She did invite him. Let me just stay. I was uncomfortable. That's what people pleasers do. You make yourself uncomfortable to put other people's feelings, emotion first and needs first. No, feed yourself. You know what else I was thinking about? Because my friend's birthday's coming up. He's a people pleaser. And guys, I don't know. Y'all tell me, is this rude? Because my friend can't dress. He's a horrible dresser. I don't think people have to have my same style. I don't want my friends to dress like me. But you know how, like, you ever been around somebody, they don't even know the appropriate attire to wear to certain events. That's his problem. And his clothing, they're very old-fashioned, or sometimes they're run down. It's like, you don't have to be fashionable, but your clothes should look clean. Your clothes should look like you ironed them. Your clothes should look presentable, right? So I was thinking for his birthday, I will buy him a birthday outfit, um, before we go out to dinner for his birthday or whatever. Because there's this store here in New York called Primark. If you're ever in New York, go to Primark. They have the nicest stuff, but cheap. Okay, the nicest stuff. Like, you can get a winter coat for $20. That's how cheap it is, and it's good quality. I don't know how they're able to pull this off in this economy, but their stuff look kind of like H&M, but they're just cheaper, right? And the clothes go so fast. Maybe that's why they make a lot of money, so they're able to pull it off. But anyway, Primark, look it up. PRIM. I think so. Primark. Yeah, that's how you spell it. MARK. Yeah. So I'm like, oh, I can go to Primark and probably get him an outfit from Primark. So and just kind of give it to him as a birthday gift instead of going, I knew you was gonna look busted for your birthday. You know what I'm saying? But this is just how chosen ones are. Like, we want to teach people, we want to make you better, and not hurt your feelings at the same time. It's just, I feel like when you're out with someone, you represent them and they represent you. So, last couple of times we hung out, I feel like we're walking in a place, and not that it matters what society thinks, but it makes me uncomfortable when people are like looking at me smiling, like, "Oh, girl, you look good," and then they turn to him and be like, "The hell he got on?" And I feel like even though we're not dating, when you see a man or woman, no one thinks, "Oh, is that her brother? Is that her best friend? Is that her father?" Automatically, they're gonna think that's my man. And I feel like when I'm with him, it's just like, I want him to look presentable. You know what I'm saying? Do you do you think that's rude? Do you think it's rude that I want to help him in that area? Okay, let's see. What the universal human? Do you guys think these demons and people try to hire people who look like you to get a reaction or same energy as you? That's a good question. Kind of random. Working retail is so demonic. It is. I've worked in retail for years, years. But there's something that I do because I work in customer service. I know this sounds crazy, right? But you have to learn how to literally turn your spirit off. So if you work in retail, customer service, you work with a lot of people, it's kind of like you have to like vision a shield, a bubble around you, and they cannot penetrate that bubble, right? It's like a meditation thing. So a lot of times before I go into work, I literally vision a shield or a bubble around me. And a lot of times I may not I'll look at their face, but I don't have to look them in their eyes, And I've had like a customer complain to my boss talking about, oh, she wouldn't look me in the eyes. Just we not making love. I have to help you make a sale, do a transaction. I'm not looking dead in people's eyes all day. That's very spiritually draining. But when you're working with the public, you know, you have to be able to feel energy and who you can share your energy with, because a lot of people actually go out into the world to energy vamp. They're trying to take energy from you. Okay. But retail is very demonic. Retail is a narcissistic field. First of all, it's lying. It's how can I sell you something? How can I trick you into buying more? How can I get you to get a credit card open, right? It's all a mind game, but I reverse it and I make sure I use that energy for myself. Okay. So you have to put that shield over you. You have to stay businessy, right? That's what I do. And sometimes I may have, conversations with customers and stuff like that, but I keep it business and I keep a certain line there that makes them not want to cross. You know what I'm saying? Some people say my energy, my coworkers say you're very intimidating. I'm like, I'm not intimidating. What you feel is that I put that bubble around me. You can only get but so far. You have to get comfortable with telling people, no, you can't have my phone number. Oh, I'm not going to answer that. Or, you don't have to tell customers or your coworkers your business. You have to make your energy kind of closed off, but still be friendly. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to give all that energy. So that's how I navigate at work, where it's like she cool, but I don't really know what's going on outside of work. I don't really know how can I enter her aura. No one can enter my aura because I have a bubble on, a spiritual bubble on, basically. Um Alicia says, I agree. I think there is a toxic side to being a nice person. Eventually, you're just serving everyone else. Exactly. It's a toxic cycle. There's no benefit for you. You think it is. And like I said in that video, when you are a people pleaser, you do want love back. You do want friendship back. You do. And people pleasers, y'all be going crazy. I've gone crazy. I've cursed people out and, abruptly, blocked them and everything because they wasn't giving me anything in return. There comes a point in a people's pleaser life, you want something back. You're not just going to keep giving. You're going to be depleted. And that's where that anger comes from. Okay. Universal Human says, my sister told me something so powerful. She told me emotions are of the devil. I don't agree with that, because when you are close to God, your reactions are more divine. You trust, you process things differently. I agree with the last part, but emotions are not of the devil. Yes, when you have God, when you go close to God and when you are centered in your own spirit, in your own chakras, in your own mind, in your own spirit, you are going to react differently. When you're unbalanced, every little thing will trigger you, right? So emotions are natural. And I think the reason why a lot of people aren't, how can I say, they're not leveled, balanced. There you go. They're not balanced because they're not feeling their emotions. All right. So you need to feel angry. Go through that anger. You need to feel sad. Don't be like, I'm not mad. I'm not sad. I'm unbothered. Remember that? I'm unbothered. No, you're not. You're not unbothered. You're bothered. You're bothered as fuck. You're bothered. It's okay to be bothered. It's okay. This is why, especially men, I don't feel. You're numb. If you were numb, you were unbalanced. If you were overreacting in situations, you are unbalanced too. That is something that I had to learn. I used to be so numb that I couldn't even cry. I just kept taking spiritual hits and hits and hits, kept letting people betray me, never crying about it, never writing about it, never feeling, never reacting. The truth is, I'm sorry, but I'm balanced. Sometimes somebody need to get slapped. Sometimes somebody needs their ass beat. Sometimes people need to get cut off. Sometimes somebody needs to be told about themselves. That is natural. So yeah, emotions are not of the devil, but yes, when you are centered within yourself and you have a relationship with God, you will be able to handle situations and look at it at different angles. You know what I'm saying? Like, I break up so easily now. Like years ago, when a man wouldn't love me back, you ain't shit, you ain't this, da da da, F you, blah blah, don't talk to me, don't call me, I hate you for life, da da da. Now, if a guy's not feeling me, he don't want to deal with me no more, God bless you. I send you love and light, brother. Don't call me no more. Peace. That's it. I don't text him. I don't stalk him. And a lot of times, because you do that, they be like, oh, wait a minute, maybe we could work this out. The ego be like, hold on, why she don't want to chase me? So I even break up differently now. I even break up differently with friends. I cut a girl off last year. She was miserable in her marriage. She was projecting her misery on me. Right before I was supposed to go to Mexico last year for my birthday, I didn't go. I had to cancel my trip due to financial situations and everybody dropping out of the trip. And I told her, God bless you. God bless, you in motherhood. God bless you in your marriage. God bless you in your career. Thank you for the opportunity to be your friend. But we have outgrown each other, and I send you light and love. Take care. And blocked her. The old me would have been like, bitch, you miserable ass married girl. I would have cursed her out. So when you can look at it, I looked at it like, damn, she got married. She remembers when we were single. She thinks I got freedom. She's jealous of my freedom because she regrets getting married. I feel sorry for her. I sent her love and light. I hope her and her husband can work out their marriage. I hope, she becomes a great mother. You start to be able to see situations differently when you do your healing work, your shadow work, you become closer to God, you walk in your chosen one walk. You just see things differently. You just be chilling. Yes, you get hurt when relationships end, but you don't look at it the same way. Or even when somebody disrespects me, I'd be like, yo, for you to try to disrespect me like that, you a real broken individual. Because only a disgusting person spiritually would try to come at me like that, and I didn't do nothing to you. And because of that, I'm not going to whoop your ass, but I'm going to leave you alone. I'm going to leave you alone. So that part I agree with when you act different. Caitlin says people are now dumb. You say that dumb people make you feel dumb. What the hell? People are now dumb. Are people dumb now? I don't think people are dumb. I think people know what they're doing. I think that some people chose the light side and some people chose the dark side, and they're going to play whatever side that they chose. They're going to play that part to their best ability. That's what I think. And it backfires sometime on people. Hey, Lisa. Lottie says it's funny in a way. We have to lighten things. You're right, Angelique. Free at last says, oh my God, yes, the ex-narc is really getting it. Don't block their karma. So true. I don't know what that says. What drink is that? Oh, it's some red wine. I'm drinking some red wine. Universal human, the old style bugs me too. India says, I would leave the house not fully put together appearance wise, just to please others. Oh yeah, you was like downing your fashion. Yes, that's something that people pleasers do. I used to do that all the time. I would go out busted. Guys, y'all know me. I like do my hair, my makeup, and all that stuff. And I would dress busted. And I was like, why am I doing this? No, let them bring it. Like, why is my casual your dress up and you want me to dress down? I don't even feel comfortable dressed down, So they looking fly in public while I look a hot mess. That's what they want. They wanted you, India. They wanted you to look busted so that way they can get their attention. This is what's crazy to me. Think about this. People who want you to dress down, they want you to look dusty and crusty. I know I love saying dusty and crusty, right? They want you to look dusty and crusty. How's it that you want me to look dusty and crusty? Why is it that I gotta turn my fly down? I gotta turn my spiritual light down. But if you was really all that, why would I have to decrease me? That's when you know they're not better than you. I've never in my life said to somebody, can you not dress up? Can you stop wearing that? Can you stop looking beautiful? Can you stop looking handsome? What? You already lost. If you have to turn to somebody and be like, please don't dress up today. Huh? No. You've already lost. You're already corny. You are not fashionable. You have low self-esteem. If you have to, and you probably hate that person, if you turning to that person and saying, I need you to dress down to make me feel better about myself. I need you to not talk. I actually had people ask me, can you not talk while we go out? Excuse you? You want me to be silent? You want me to turn down my personality? No, absolutely not. Get away from people like that. Okay. And if it's your parents, I hope you can move away from them soon. That person hates themselves. So when they're around you and you're laughing, they hate that you can laugh. They can't laugh. When you're around them and you're looking beautiful, they hate that you're looking beautiful because they don't know how to look beautiful. They don't feel beautiful internally. So in order for them to feel comfortable around you, they don't want you to understand people who feel disgusting inside cannot be around beautiful people. They cannot be around confident people. You're showing them a mirror of themselves. They don't want to see that shit. Every time they look at you, you look fly, it reminds them of how dusty and crusty they are. Anytime you're accomplishing something, it's reminding them that they're not on their grind, they're not on their shit. Once they start talking like that, back up from them. Don't hang out with them. Wait until they level up if you really want to be with that person. Friends or lovers, family, whatever. Yes, they don't have the ability to notice. Primark is cool. Y'all have Primark in London? Oh, shoot. I think people pleasing is part of fawning. In order to quit, address the reasons around why you started fawning, likely since childhood. Yeah, that's possible. They have good jackets. They have their own factory. That's dope. I'm like obsessed with Primark right now. Like it's I have a problem. I walk in there like once a week. I don't buy something once a week from there, but I'm like in there at least once a week just looking around. That's how they are able to do it. They produce their own fabrics and clothes. Oh, that makes sense. Primark saved my life. When I was broke, you would get blankets for $15. Oh man, that is dope. I've only bought like candles and like little figures, like figurines for my bedroom from there, but I've bought shoes, um, coats, clothing, dresses, accessories, stuff like that. The only thing that didn't held up from them was bras. Like the wire came out. That was like the only thing I had an issue with Primark. Yeah, them cheap ass bras did not hold these puppies up. That's how I feel about my addiction. Maria, what addiction you have? I don't think that's rude. My sister and my mom have bought me some good stuff. It makes me want to pay a little bit more attention. Yes, that's true. I feel like also it's not that you have to know how to dress, but like if you're looking like disheveled, like sometimes he looks disheveled. You could tell like he doesn't take pride in his appearance. And to me, that's coming from like a lack of self-confidence. You know what I'm saying? God loves you. God loves you too. Keep it neutral. Zen. My bad, but I think I meant emotions like negativity. Oh, okay. Even negative emotions are okay too. You have to feel them. Highlight 3:33 a.m. in London. Hey. Oh, I can't. What are y'all like 8 hours? Lottie, what are you doing up at 3 o'clock in the morning? You haven't had a lady in 15 years. Is that a bad or good thing for you? Because I don't necessarily think that you have to have a partner. I was longest. So from 2015 to 2020, I was single, like relationship. And then I haven't had, oh, it's 2024 now, and I haven't had a boyfriend since 2021. Now, I'm not saying I was celibate, but I would say in my 30s, because I'm 40 now, in my 30s, I spent maybe 3 years celibate in my 30s. So 3 years out of the last 10 years, I was completely celibate. Okay. Um, Honestly, I feel like being celibate for those 3 years on and off sped up my healing process. So I started my healing and spiritual journey when I was around 28, 29. And I needed to get sexual discipline, right? It's not that I was out there sleeping with this man or that man. I've always had like sexual, like a partner, okay? And it's crazy because last week I had a phone conversation with an ex partner, and we had a sexual relationship on and off for 8 long years. So I met him in my 20s, and that ended in my 30s. And, he apologized to me. I apologized to him. And even he said it because he's a Scorpio, right? And even he said it like, yo, I'm sorry. Because when I came to him, I went through my spiritual journey first. And then it took him a couple of years later to go through his spiritual journey. Like when I told him when I ended our sexual relationship, he couldn't handle it. He was like, yeah, I shouldn't have reacted that way to you. And he was taking it personally. What do you mean you don't want to have sex with me anymore? What we've been doing this for years. Why not? And I was like, that's the point. Like, it's pointless. Why we keep sleeping with each other? We don't want to date each other. We don't want to get married. We don't want children. Like, I'm not your dream girl, And I'm glad that I took that step, to learn sexual discipline, being able to say no. That was hard to say no to somebody who I normally didn't say no to. You know what I'm trying to say? So that's I'm not gonna tell y'all stop having sex or date, but if you feel like you don't have sexual discipline, I suggest you go celibate. And it catapults you faster. My healing went faster because I didn't have a man's energy within me. So whoever you sleep with, you become them. You know what I'm saying? Then if you're sleeping with multiple men or multiple women, you got multiple of their personalities and their battles and their thoughts, and they walking all up in you. A lot of you don't even know how to cleanse yourself spiritually. So you have all this energy of that person within you. There's a couple I follow. I forgot their names. I think her name is Candace, um, and her husband. And right now they're on a 30-day sex fast where they're not going to have sex with each other for 30 days. They're on week 3 right now. And I think that even married couples sometimes need to say, hey, let's not have sex. Let's not focus on sex. Let's focus on our healing. Let's focus on our growth. So I find it, I think it's beautiful when somebody is able to detach themselves from a being. But then again, I know some people who are involuntarily celibate. They really do want to sleep with people. They really do want to date, but they lost the desire to date once they weren't meeting people. If you're trying to get back in dating, just start talking. Because I noticed that people who have not dated in a while or had sex in a while, you kind of don't even know how to talk anymore. I've been noticing that. Like I see people online on, YouTube and stuff like that, on TikTok, in movies. It's like you kind of lose the art of knowing how to talk to a potential partner. You've been alone so long, you don't know how to charm, you don't know how to flirt. So get out there and date. This is the love month, guys, okay? February is love month. Use this energy. Don't you feel that sexual energy? Don't you feel that love energy in the air? I don't know. I feel it. Use this heightened energy and, maybe go online, maybe, I don't know, go to a coffee shop, go to a poetry spot, go to church, I don't know. Make sure they're not married or something, okay, guys? Make sure they're not attached or they got a baby on the way or something like that. Do your investigation, but just sometimes you don't even have to, it don't have to lead anywhere, but just start practicing talking to the same sex, opposite sex, whatever you're into. Start practicing talking to people, because I think when you're single for so long, or you haven't had sex for so long, you kind of lose the art. And you could be fly, but you coming off nervous, or you coming off boring because you're out of practice. So that's something I noticed about people. London, Milan. Yeah, sometimes I do have compassion for the people that hurt me. Yes, that's natural. When you're a chosen one, you're gonna feel guilty in the beginning. You're gonna have compassion for them and stuff like that. And you could have compassion for them, but you still have to see them for who they are too. Hey Michael, how's your night going? You about 2 hours late, Mike. My day was sucky, but since I came on live, I feel so much better, and I'm glad I came on live tonight. Because my day, you know what happened, guys? I just bought a new phone 2 months ago. Guess what happened? I walk out of work, my phone drops out of my hand, and the fucking screen cracks. The screen crack. So thank you for the donation, because tomorrow I gotta go get my screen fixed. Thank you so much. Okay. Oh my God, it was one of those days. I didn't open any accounts at work. My phone broke. Not broke. I'm actually still on the phone. Thank God the crack didn't go over the camera. It's more to the right hand side of the phone. You know, they make these phones so cheap. I have dropped this is my old phone here. I have dropped this Samsung so many times in the street. I have a Motorola now, and it cracks. I dropped the phone once and it cracked on the ground today. Hey Sean, how you doing? Paradigm Collector. It's worse when people want you to talk more because you're quiet. Like, what do you want me to talk? Yeah, silence makes people uncomfortable. Hey Harold, how are you? Oh my God, fix my makeup. There's nothing wrong with my makeup, but you're going on timeout. Bye. You said you're scared of dating? No, those are just trolls. Don't even pay attention to them. They just trolls. She said, shut up. But yeah, my makeup looks pretty decent. I don't really wear like too much makeup when I go to work because I'm at work. You know, this is what I went with today at work. You're scared of dating. I think that you need to you have to take risks. Dating, you got to take a risk. Hold on a minute. I want to see who the hell just texted me. Hold on a minute. I don't know who this is. You know what's crazy, guys? I was talking to this guy that I had met online, and we was cool. And then all of a sudden, he like disappeared. You're from New Zealand? Hey, New Zealand. I am in New York City. Wow, y'all just chiming in from all over the world. Whenever someone ghosts you, just look at it as spiritual protection, guys. Don't even chase them. Don't even feel no kind of way about it. Oh, you said I'm not dating now. Wait, not dating no one. God will bring my twin if I deserve it. That's true. That's a good way to look at it. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I have this feeling that I'm gonna meet somebody this year. I think that it's time. I think so. I think it's time. I've always knew that I was gonna settle down later on in life. I even started dating late. You know what I'm saying? I lost my virginity at 19. I was turning 20 that year. Like, I always knew that things were going to happen late for me, and according to the world, it's late. It's not late really for me, but according to the world, me dating at 19. My mom got married at 19, had my brother at 20. So they were like, "Are you gay? What's wrong with you? How come you're not dating? We're getting scared. Are you okay?" And it's okay. Like, you don't have to rush into relationships, dating, courting, whatever the case is. But I don't know. I have a good feeling. I have a feeling that I will probably end up in a relationship this year. I don't know why. I just feel it. Weird. Like I knew when I looked at the guy that I lost my virginity to when I was 19, I said it. I was like, I'm gonna lose my virginity to him. He's gonna be my first. I knew it. I don't know what it was. I knew it. You know, when I've met other people, I knew that I was going to sleep with them. I knew I was going to date them. Like I can like see, so I feel like if I end up getting married, I think I'll know my husband when I see him. I think I'm going to know, and that hasn't happened yet. I kind of thought the guy in 2021 could have been it, but there was just something that was just not there. But yeah, I did speak to my ex, guys, the Virgo. I did talk to him. So he hasn't cut me off or whatever, but we just don't speak like we used to. India says, do you ever feel like people energy vamp through through text message? Are you kidding me? People can energy vamp through a damn letter in the mail. Yes, they can do it online through texting. People energy vamp all day. I mean, you're texting when you're on TikTok. You're texting when you're on YouTube. You're texting. You're on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter. Yes, you can. And you can literally feel the demonic energy coming from people through a text. Yes, this is why there's days where I will get a text from a friend. I'll read it and I won't even respond, or I see their name pop up and I'm just like, I'm not answering because you're energy vamping right now. I already know where this conversation is going to go. They need to dump whatever they're going through. They need to dump it on you. She says, people text and talk about wanting to see me, but never go through with it, but will text me often. Yeah. I think people also do that to see if they can have access to you. I think so too. I actually saw the last guy that I had slept with, the guy I was seeing last year. I actually saw him last night, and I was at his job because he works at a restaurant, and he asked me for my number again. But I didn't feel anything was serious about that. I think he just wanted to see if he could have access to me. Sometimes people just text you to see if you're going to respond, if they're going to be able to have access to you. That's all. They really don't have any plan for you. They really don't really want, they don't want you, they're just playing games. They're bored. Paradigm Collector. I'm more focused on my purpose. How old are you, Paradigm? Purpose before settling for someone else. London says, I want to be with another chosen one because I feel like most men might be intimidated by my purpose, talents, and ambition. Do you think this is realistic? Yeah, I think it is. I don't see like anybody. What's crazy? I asked God to use me. Sorry if you hear my stomach growling. I'm so sorry. I'm hungry. I only ate one taco at happy hour. The rest of my food's in the fridge. But I asked God to use me as an example. Oh, you're young, 28? Okay, you're young. You're turning 29. You an Aquarius? Uh-oh. That means you a male witch. Y'all Aquarius men are male witches. Woo! I asked God to use me as an example. I was like, God, let me meet another chosen one and let me be able to document that relationship online, because I don't really see a lot of like chosen one, like people doing videos and stuff like that they found each other. I just don't see it like that. I just don't see it like that. I know that they're out there. I know that they meet each other, but I just don't see like online representation of that. Oh, you're a Pisces. Okay, okay. You're still magical though. Pisces are very intuitive. Pisces, oh my God. My ex from 2015 was a Pisces, and it was like he could read my mind. It was so scary. Yeah, so maybe what you should do is pray and say, God, listen, make me an example. Like, I can handle this. Like, I want to be an example, God. I want people to be able to see me with a chosen one man or a woman. Like, that's my advice. Um, I've met other chosen one men, but I just didn't find them attractive. They weren't ugly, but I looked at them like a brother in Christ. You know what I'm trying to say? I just didn't look at them in a sexual manner, pretty much. And just because you're a chosen one doesn't mean you're going to be attracted to every chosen one man or woman. You might not even, click as friends. You know what I'm trying to say? You may not even click as friends. So I just say keep shining, keep working towards, your goals, keep being yourself, keep doing your spiritual assignments, and eventually you will align with somebody. Like I am not a male-centered woman, but I know that I'm going to meet my match. I just know it. I just know it, and I kind of like feel him. I feel like he's close. I feel like I'm going to meet my match, and I think a lot of you will too. And for some of you it will happen when you're younger. For some of us it will happen when we're older. But a lot of powerful magical people are single, guys, and they're single because a lot of people will not be able to handle our position. Okay, so when I look back at why I'm single, I get it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'd be like, okay, I can see why. That was a lot. I don't think a lot of the things that I had to go through in the responsibilities. Like right now, any man I get with will have to understand I own a house. I have a relative who's mentally ill that lives in that house. A lot of people's not gonna understand that. You know what I'm trying to say? There's a lot of things that chosen ones have. We have a lot of responsibility that is very unique. So it will take a very strong man, mentally and emotionally intelligent, to understand, oh, I can't always go to her house. She'll have to come to my house. Or, she has certain responsibilities that she has to handle before she can actually marry me. There'll be legal things that she'll have to do in order to be with me. So I will lie. Well, speaking for me as a chosen one who has very interesting, unique responsibilities legally and morally and spiritually, it's going to take a very special person to understand that. So that's the reason why you just don't meet people like that, chosen one, because your life is very unique. That person has to be able to um, understand your position and who you are. You go places and people staring at you and people want to talk to you. That person got to understand that whole thing, that dynamic spiritually. Most people that I've dated thought that shit was weird. They're like, why people want to talk to you? Why everybody staring at you? That guy's staring at you because he's trying to holler at you. Come here, come closer to me. He looking at your butt. He ain't looking at my butt. He looking at my light. So it's just like they have to be able to understand who you are and how your whole lifestyle works. You get it? And that's the reason why it takes longer for us, I think. But God sometimes will use some of us as an example, and we will end up getting married or having children or starting a family, starting a business, with the love of a life, basically. Lottie says there seem to be more spiritual women and men are shy about being spiritual. What do you mean by that? There seems to be more spiritual women. Oh, men are shy about being spiritual. Are men shy about being spiritual? Mm. Um, I don't think men are shy about being spiritual. I think you probably just you haven't come across the right type of spiritual men. I've met a lot of spiritual men, like the real deal, because I go to like these spiritual events through the years and I see like their teachers, their leaders, they have events, they have lectures. I actually met more spiritual men in the beginning of my spiritual journey than I did women. You know, sometimes I would go to these events and the women would be kind of standoffish, you know, and fake. It was the men who were spitting game, who were like, um, how can I say this? Who were just willing to teach, but then you got to be careful because sometimes they want to holler at you. You know, they're still, you know, they're still a man. Um, but I don't know. In the beginning, I feel like I got more of my spiritual teachings from men than I did women. I think more in religion, like church, more women go to church, more women are religious. But in spirituality, I think men are a little bit more upfront, pretty much. India says, what sucks is some men are spiritual narcissists. Yes, that's another thing too. There are narcissists who use spiritualism, you know, to trick, you know, to do magic, do spells on women and men, um, to get money. There's a lot of fake spiritualist men out there who wants to become. They learn the power of, you know, magic, you know, voodoo, black magic, all this type of things. They learn the laws of the universe, they learn spiritual laws, and they run game for money, for fame, fortune, you know. It happens. And there's some women out there too. There's some male witches who's out there playing with alchemy. And there's some fake witches out there, you know, fake women witches who are doing the same. That's why we got to have spiritual discernment to know the difference. Um, but yeah, I don't know. I found that more in religion where women were the ones who were the prayers. But um, I think because I feel like women, we are the oracles, right? I think that I don't know, I feel women could get faster into the spirit realm than men. That's just um my opinion. I feel like men really control the physical realm and women control more of the spiritual realm. That's just my opinion of it. Live life, demons be in church all day long. Yep, exactly. Fake prophets. Yeah. Oh God, these damn people in here. Get the hell out of here. But yeah, I think in the church there's demons, there's fake people, religious people, and then in spirituality is the same thing. But I don't know. I found there was more women in the church when I was Christian, you know, when I was religious. But now in spirituality, it's kind of a balance. You know, I meet spiritual men and women. Um, Pretty much. I think it's just where you go. There you go. I think it's just where you be at. But whenever I go to like these spiritual events like in New York and stuff, it'd be a lot of men there. So I don't know. In London, definitely if they have like some type of spirituality conferences, events, gatherings, go. You'll meet spiritual men there. Then again, it depends on what kind of spiritual you're talking about, you know? Because some people don't want all the extra stuff. They just want a man who, you know, spiritual meaning he's awakened, but you don't really want him to be that deep into spirituality. So it depends on what kind. Are you looking for surface-based spiritual? Are you looking for new age? Are you looking for someone who knows their ancestors? Like that's what I like about spirituality. There's so many different kinds of people and so many levels of spirituality, pretty much. Does anybody have any other questions for me? Because I'm at 2 hours and 14 minutes. I'm gonna get out of here. I want to just like relax because I did work today. And I'm kind of sleepy now. I just want to shower and relax. He said India says the fake spiritual guy was talking to seemed very convincing, but the way I felt said otherwise. I also felt like I was being messed with mentally. Yeah, there's a lot of people who are going to just manipulate you with spirituality. Yeah, I'm definitely going to eat a taco. I think that's pretty much what they do. I've been there. I told you about the guy who put that root that love spell on me many years ago, and he knows his stuff. He's really highly educated in spirituality, and he used you know black magic, voodoo, whatever he used, because he's Haitian. Yeah, he used that on me, and it worked temporarily. This is what people do. They will use spirituality and religion. Yo, I love watching those stories on YouTube um about the pastors, the bad I love those stories. I freaking love those stories. Oh my gosh. I love watching those bad pastor stories. They're so hilarious. Because I love people who expose what's going on in the church. Haitian men are no joke. They really are. I love Haitian men. I've dated a few Haitian men, but you gotta be careful. You gotta be very careful. Don't get hypnotized by the Zozo. Okay. Some of them be having voodoo in their Zozo. Don't forget, guys, I do phone sessions. So if you need to talk to somebody about spirituality, right? Because I don't let nobody pick my brain for free. The only way y'all know how to pick my brain, only way I allow you to pick my brain is when I come on live. Okay. So I do phone sessions. All right. It's $20 for 30 minutes, $40 for 1 hour. I don't do tarot. I don't do spiritual readings. If you need help in your spiritual journey, you have spiritual questions, your chosen one journey, you want to talk about relationships, you want to talk about situation you have with a particular zodiac, you can book a phone session with me. It's a voice phone call. And how you can book me is through my email. All right. But I'm still going to put my donation information in the chat for those of you who did not donate yet. Thank you to everybody who donated on the chat and in my Cash App. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate you. I really hope everyone has an amazing February. I hope you have an amazing February of love, of clarity, abundance, good sex. Okay? Safely. All right? Safely, unless you're trying to make a baby, all right? um, but yeah, definitely have an amazing month. And I don't know, I'll be back when I have something to talk about, because I don't like just getting on here and just talking just to be talking. I like to have something to talk about, guys. So yeah, here, ooh, shoot, my bad, I put that too soon. Yeah, there we go. My donation thing went up. Spiritual gifts can be discussed. Yeah, definitely. If you have a particular spiritual gift, I may be able to help you navigate through that spiritual gift. Um, I have gifts where I get dreams. I see, things before they're going to happen. I get premonitions. I'm clairaudient, meaning I can hear people talking about me or talking about something. I get visions, I can see spirits, things like that. So pretty much, yeah, I definitely can talk to you and let you know, are you crazy or not? So yeah, get those phone sessions in, and I'm gonna put my email as well. If you want to book a phone session, the information also goes in the comment section. Once I leave the live, I go to the comment section, and I put down how you can book the phone session. But I'm gonna put the email in the chat right now as well. It's the same email as my Zelle and PayPal. All right. Have a great week. Good night, everybody. I love you. I feel so much better now. And I can go shower, eat, and relax. And I feel so much better. Today was crazy, but I feel better now that I talked to you guys. All right. Talk to you soon. Peace.